Fight.
So there are two reasons I think you might be here. The first one is that this happens to you online a lot. So she goes into this endless low loop and then you duck to beat the low and then this happens and you eat 1 million damage and you really don't want that. The other reason is you're a Lucky Chloe player and you're thinking about using Scoot and how you should use it, and you really don't want to be a brain dead monkey and you want to do something smart with it. Now online you will find three types of Lucky Chloe players. You have the beginner ones, the intermediate ones and the really good ones. Now I will show you first of all every option she has, because Scoot is a stance and it has multiple options, and then I will go over all the types of Lucky Chloe players, how they use the move and how you can beat that. Now, if you're a Lucky Chloe player yourself, then you know you get to play like the good ones, right? So you gotta use it like the good ones. So first of all, let's go over all the options she has. Scoot is actually, it's not a string. A lot of people think this is a string, but actually it's a stance, and it's a stance that can loop itself. So the first thing is you go into Scoot stance with forward, forward, 4, and then you're in a stance, and then you have three options. So you get forward, forward, 4, back 4, then she does the low. You get forward, forward, 4, and another 4, so this one. And then you have the backflip, which is forward, forward, 4, 3 plus 4. Damn, I missed it. Forward, forward, 4, 3 plus 4. Like that. Now all these options have extensions, so you get forward, forward, 4, 4, 4. Then you have forward, forward, 4, 3 plus 4, 4. So that one, another backflip. And then you have the forward, forward, 4, back 4, 4. And now as you can see, the forward, forward, 4, back 4, 4 puts her back into Scoot. So the back 4, 4 is the same move as the forward, forward, 4. You get what I'm saying? So where I'm getting here is that the low will lead into a mid that goes into Scoot again, so you can loop it infinitely. Just hold back 4 and spam 4, and as you can see you will go into an infinite loop, and this is what you see online a lot. And then they just release the down back 4 and then you get the double spin and then you get launched. So that is not good. But she also can do the down back 4 from neutral. So you get the forward, forward, 4, down back 4. This one she can also do from neutral, and if she does down back 4, 4, then she goes into the Scoot move again. So you can loop it from here too. This makes that you really need to know the animation of the forward, forward, 4, because that one is important. That one she has three options after that, and after the low she can only do the mid. So yeah, look out for the mid option and then make a decision based on that. So you gotta know the animation. Now, if I'm a beginner Lucky Chloe, what would I do? Well, I know beginners don't block lows, so first of all I can loop infinitely and the chances that they block it are pretty slow. The other thing is that this is a launcher, so the 4 option is a launcher and you get a lot of damage from that. So yeah, those are your two main options. Also, you always finish strings. If you're a beginner player, you just finish those strings. People don't know when a string will end, so they will attack and then yeah, you hit them. So the down back 4, 3 plus 4, this one they always finish it. Beginners always finish this. So how are we going to beat all these options? Well, first of all, we're going to do a dips analysis. If you don't know what that is, it's something I thought of. I'll put a link to the video somewhere right here. It's just the generic options every character has to beat strings. So it's like interrupting, punishing, all that stuff. We'll go through it. So let's look at her infinite low loop first, because that is the thing they use a lot. And they're not going to stop after the low, but they're just going to loop infinitely. So if I'm the Lucky Chloe player, I'm going to do this, and then I just keep spamming this. Now how do we beat this? Well, first of all, can we interrupt it with a 10 frame? No, we can't. We get hit. Can we sidestep it? No, we can't. Sidestep it to the other side? No. So yeah, you can't really interrupt or sidestep it. So what can you do? Well, you gotta block it or you gotta low parry it. So we can block this and then punish, or we can low parry it. But as you can see here, I can interrupt it with 16 frame launcher. So the 16 frame launcher will interrupt it and I will get a big combo. So that is what you want to do. Now let's look at the second option. It's the down back 4, 4, 3 plus 4, 4, and they're always going to end it. So what we do here is that we try to interrupt it, doesn't work. We can try to sidestep it, but that won't work either. So sidestep left or sidestep right will not work, you will get clipped. So what you do is you just wait and you block it, and you can see it's minus 16 frames. So you can just also launch bam, and get a full combo. And now the third option is the 4 4 4 4 4 4 4. So you just mash 4, and to beat this, you don't want to block it because it's, as you can see here, +4 on block. So the second hit is not +4, but this one, the third one, is +4 on block. That is actually pretty good. So if you're a beginner Lucky Chloe, you're always going to finish this string. So what do we do against this? Well, we can interrupt it. So this one we can interrupt and then do a floating combo. We can also sidestep it, so sidestep left or sidestep right. I would suggest sidestep left because that is better. And then if you sidestep it, you can launch it pretty bad and do a big combo. So that's what I would suggest. You sidestep it and you launch it. Now sidestepping, I know for a real beginner it's pretty hard, but it's a pretty good move to practice it on. So as you can see, if I have a read, if I know what she's going to do, I can launch every option. But I don't always know what she's going to do, right? So let's say I think she's going to do a low and I duck here. Well, I get launched because I ducked. So that option really, really screws you over. You also have the 3 + 4. If we duck there, and then this happens and we eat 40 damage. So that's not good either. It's actually pretty dangerous to duck. And also the low only does how much damage? It does 15 damage. So yeah, it's not that dangerous. The low is not that scary. You can also try to sidestep to beat the spinning kick, but then you got the 3 + 4 option that will clip you. So this one, and also the low will clip you, as you saw before. One really funny thing here is if you sidestep to the right, I don't suggest you sidestep to the right. You most of the time sidestep to the left against Lucky Chloe, but if you sidestep to the right here, then she clips you, she clips you again, and she misses, and then you can punish this. So yeah, that's actually another option. You can sidestep to the right to beat two things, but then she needs to finish the extension, so I wouldn't do that. So you don't really want to duck for the low because it only does 15 damage, and also if you duck, yeah, you'll get launched, so you might get launched. It is pretty dangerous to duck, so what do you do? Because you really can just infinitely eat this low, and it will stack up. Now the catch here is that the low is actually reactable. So the catch here is that the low is actually reactable, so you can react to the animation. Once you see her go for the low, you duck and you punish it. So let me show that to you here. We look, that is not a low, so we just stay. That is not a low, she's gonna walk back. Not a low again, come on. And that is a low, and we punish this. So yeah, it's really reactable. Now, reacting to this is not easy, okay? So you will need to practice it a lot, but after a while you really, you'll get the hang of it. So you can really see that this thing, you just stay standing until she does the low, and then you block the low and you punish this. So in conclusion, against a beginner Lucky Chloe player, well, you punish the low. You can interrupt her and launch punish her. If she does the mid, you just wait and see when she finishes the string and you punish that with a 16 frame or faster launcher. And then for the high, you sidewalk left and you hop kick her in the face, and this will make you really happy. So you win from all the beginner Lucky Chloe players. But then you go to the intermediate ones and they will use it a bit differently. So what will they do differently? Well, after the forward 4 and the low, they will sometimes stop. So they won't always go for the full string. So you do forward 4 down 4, stop, or they will go forward 4 down 4 and they will go on. Well, you know that the low is reactable. So if you can react to it, well, you're pretty good. But then you try to punish it and you will see she will block it and she can punish you. This is not good. How does this happen? Well, it's only -14 the low. So I would say if you're playing against a beginner, an intermediate Lucky Chloe player, you really need to, low parry it because your character doesn't really have a good 14 frame while standing punisher. But if you're playing Kazuya, then you can just block and launch it. But low parrying on reaction is harder than just normal blocking, I think. Some players might not think this is true, but I think the movement you need to make with your hands is harder. So what you can also do is just do a 14 frame or your character's 13 frame while standing punisher. Lucky Chloe can do a launch here, so yeah. So now we got the low out of the way, let's look at the other options. Now, what will they do differently here? Well, they won't always finish the string. So you got the down back 4, 4, 3 plus 4. They might just stop there. You get the down back 4, 4, and then 4. They might just stop here. They don't really need to finish it. So let's look at the frames of these moves. Well, we go standing guard here, and we go this. And the backflip is -3 on block. -3 on block is actually pretty good. Kazumi's down forward 1 is actually -3 on block. Also for the 4 option she has, it's -4. That's also not bad. So what can you do here? Well, let's first of all look at the 4 options. So we got down back 4, 4, 4. And as you can see, and as you might know, is that you can sidestep this and then launch it, or you can sidestep it to the other side. But as we know is that the backflip, so the other moves will both clip a sidestep. So it's pretty dangerous to sidestep. On the other end, you can try to interrupt it with a jab or something else. You know the low is not interruptible, I showed this before. But then on the other end, this option, so the backflip, this is actually a counter hit launcher. So if I try to interrupt here, you'll get counter hit. And that is really dangerous. You don't want that. So just pressing something to interrupt her is really not good. Now, if you really have a read, I would say, yeah, try to sidestep it and then punish it. If you can choose between a sidestep left or right, I would say you sidestep right. This is because if she does the backflip move and then she does another backflip, you can punish that. So let's see here. She does the backflip and then she misses, and then here you can punish. But there is actually a better option than trying to sidestep it. And that is, and it's really hard to do, and I saw JDCR doing it, is you react to it. So it's a really slow flip, and you can actually press down on reaction. I would say you sidestep it left and then you punish it. So she does this and then you punish that. So let me show you that you can really do this and that I'm not just talking shit. So I gave her every option. She can do the backflip, she can do the low, and she can do the spinning flip. And I'm going to try to punish every option. So you get the backflip, you got the low, punish, bad punish, but okay. And then you get the spinning flip, I reacted to it and I hit her out of it. So the trick is, once you see her spinning, you're going to react to the spin with a quick sidestep left and punish it. But make sure, if you practice to react to the animation, make sure you also practice the punish. Because she has two options, right? She can do just one flip and then just do nothing. Or she can do two flips. And the second flip will get her in the air. So let's say I need to sidestep this. Oh, sorry. Let's say I sidestep this and I punish with a hop kick. I might not be able to float this. So you need a float combo and also you need a normal combo because here she's not in the air. So you need to just hop kick here. So yeah, look at your character, see what the best option is. So you need something that launches her when she's not going in the air, and also if she goes in the air, you can float her. I think Lucky Chloe can do down forward 2, and if you do the rhythm thingy here, you can launch this both if she's in the air and both if she's on the ground. So in conclusion, intermediate Lucky Chloe players will mix things up more. And what you're going to do is you're going to react to the low and punish it, or you're going to react to the spinning mid with a fast sidestep and punish that. So in that case, if you can do both those things, pat yourself on the back, because it's pretty hard to do all that. But then you know, as a Lucky Chloe player, so if I'm a Lucky Chloe player, you know that those two options are not your best options. So what is your best option? Well, actually it's this thing. It's really good. You can't interrupt it, so you can't really do something with it. If you try to interrupt it, well, you get a lot of damage. I'll show you. And yeah, it's only -3 on block. So this is actually a really valid move as Lucky Chloe. So doing forward 4 into 3+4 or down back 4 into 3+4 is really good. Also, you can just stop after a forward 4. So I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, forward forward 4 is only -1 on block. This is insane. It's as good as her down forward 1. So yeah, this move is actually pretty useful as a Lucky Chloe player. So this is where we go into really good Lucky Chloe players. Well, they won't use the low because they know it's reactable, and they won't use the spinning mid because they also know it's reactable, and if you're playing against a good player, they will react to it. So you don't use that, you just use the down back 4, 4, 3+4 or the forward forward 4, 3+4 because those are really good moves, and I will explain to you why. So first of all, this 3+4, as I said before, it's -3 on block. It's really good. Also, it creates hesitation because they think you might do the finisher. So yeah, they don't want to eat that. So that is good. Also, there's a lot of good counter hit properties for the forward 4, forward forward 4. So if we get a counter hit and we put her on stand block and then guard all, then you can see that the forward forward 4, a counter hit will guarantee the full string. So we go forward forward 4, 3+4, 4, and you can see 65 damage. But you don't need to commit to the string, so you can just do the forward forward 4, 3+4, and once you see it counter hits, then you finish it. So 65 damage, that's just launcher damage, you know? Now this doesn't only count for the forward forward 4, but also for the down back 4, 4. So if I get a counter hit there, I'll put him in standing and guard all, and we get a counter hit there, then you can just finish the string. So it's 58 damage, that's a lot. So this doesn't only mean that the forward forward 4 is a good move, but the down back 4 actually gets a lot better just because of that counter hit. So if I do a down back 4, it's -3 on block, 18 frames, it's low crush, so it's already a pretty good move. But then again, it is, if she blocks it, it is -14, so it's pretty punishable. But now you get a mix-up between down back 4 and down back 4, 4. And if you get a counter hit on the down back 4, 4, 3+4, then you can finish the string and get a lot of damage. So a lot of people won't challenge you. You do a down back 4 and they will wait for the 4 because they know they can get counter hit. And yeah, you will just do down back 4, down back 4, down forward 1 in full crouch. So yeah, you get a lot of pressure by just doing a down back 4. The 4 actually creates a lot of hesitation, and that is the thing with the whole string is hesitation, hesitation, hesitation. You don't want to interrupt this. So this is why the string is really good. You create hesitation, you create pressure. People don't want to interrupt there. Let's say I don't do down back 4, 4, 3+4, but I only do down back 4, 4. Well, there's also a counter hit mechanic in here. So let's say I do down back 4, 4. You can see it's +12 on block, but it's the on block, on hit, on counter hit. But it's the +12 that gives you a free 2-2. Now the 2-2 actually has a just frame built in. It's not a just frame anymore since the last patch. It's actually, yeah, it's 3 frames I think. But if you time it right, you get 33 damage instead of 22. Now this means that if I counter hit this, I can actually get 51 damage. But also you get a wall splat. So at the wall, this is really dangerous. You really don't want to press buttons after she does this. So you create a lot of pressure. And that is the name of the game in this string. You don't want to press buttons here because that can give you a lot of damage. You also really don't want to press buttons after the 4 because if you eat the 3+4 on its own, it's a counter hit launcher. So yeah, this is a really good string for Lucky Chloe. You really want to watch out for this. And also it's just, if I stop here, it's -1 on block, and if I stop here, it's -3 on block. So as Lucky Chloe, you really don't lose a lot. So I think this kind of sums it up, why this is a really good string if you're a Lucky Chloe player that knows how to use it. Also, I hope you can deal with it now and you'll practice it, and I'll see you next time.